Forsooth, after that Abram began to be of 90 years and 9, the Lord appeared to him and said to him, I am Almighty God. Go thou before me, and be thou perfect. And I shall set my covenant of peace betwixt me and thee, and I shall multiply thee full greatly. And Abram fell down low on his face, and God said to him, I am, and my covenant of peace is with thee, and thou shalt be the father of many folks. And thy name shall no more be called Abram, but thou shalt be called Abraham, for I have made thee father of many folks. And I shall make thee to wax full greatly, and I shall set thee in folks, and kings shall go out of thee. And I shall make my covenant between me and thee, and between thy seed and after thee, in their generation, by everlasting bond of peace, that I be thy God, and of thy seed after thee. And I shall give to thee, and to thy seed after thee, the land of thy pilgrimage, all the land of Canaan, into everlasting possession, and I shall be the God of them. God said again to Abraham, Therefore thou shalt keep my covenant, and thy seed after thee, in their generations. This is my covenant, which ye shall keep, betwixt me and you, and thy seed after thee. Each male kind of you shall be circumcised, and ye shall circumcise the flesh of your man's rod, that it be into a sign of bond, of peace betwixt me and you. A young child of 8 days shall be circumcised in you, all male kind in your generations, as well a born servant as a servant bought shall be circumcised, and whoever is of your kindred, he shall be circumcised. And my covenant shall be in your flesh, into everlasting bond of peace. A man whose flesh of his rod shall not be circumcised, that man shall be done away from his people, for he made void my covenant. Also God said to Abraham, Thou shalt not call Sarai thy wife Sarai, but Sarah, and I shall bless her, and of her I shall give to thee a son, whom I shall bless, and he shall be into nations, kings of peoples shall be born of him. Abraham fell down on his face, and laughed in his heart, and said, Guessest thou whether a child shall be born to a man of 100 years, and Sarah of 90 years shall bear a child? And he said to the Lord, I would that Ishmael might live before thee. And the Lord said to Abraham, Sarah thy wife shall bear a son to thee, and thou shalt call his name Isaac, and I shall make my covenant with him into everlasting bond of peace, and to his seed after him. Also on Ishmael I have heard thee. Lo, I shall bless him, and I shall increase him, and I shall multiply him greatly. He shall engender 12 dukes, and I shall make him into a great folk. Forsooth I shall make my covenant with Isaac, whom Sarah shall child to thee in this time, in the tother year. And when the word of the speaker with him was ended, God ascended from Abraham. Forsooth Abraham took Ishmael his son, and all the born servants of his house, and all which he had bought, all the males of all men of his house, and circumcised the flesh of their rods, anon in that day, as the Lord commanded to him. Abraham was of 90 years and 9 when he circumcised the flesh of his rod, and Ishmael his son had filled 13 years in the time of his circumcision. Abraham was circumcised in the same day, and Ishmael his son, and all the men of his house, as well born servants, as those bought and aliens, were circumcised together.